Taoiseach, yesterday the Minister for Justice, Alan Shatter, announced that he's referring the penalty points scandal to the Garda Ombudsman Commission. And while Sinn Fein welcomes the decision to hold an independent investigation, a number of serious questions arise. It's almost 2 years since the Garda whistleblowers drew attention to irregularities in the implementation of the penalty point system. And rather than announce an independent investigation at that time, the Minister has chosen to do so just before a planned appearance by a Garda whistleblower at the Public Accounts Committee. So, Taoiseach, you'll well remember when you came into office you said that your government heralded a democratic revolution which would usher in a new era of political reform. But surely a key requirement of any serious political reform in this state would be to enhance the capacity of elected messengers of the people to ask questions that need to be asked of public officials. Indeed, you said that you wanted stronger Dail committees which would be resourced properly. But now, when robust questions are being asked, we see once again that the real intention of the government is to close down public scrutiny and frustrate oversight and accountability, including the work of the Public Accounts Committee. So, Taoiseach, isn't it the reality that the sole reason for the protracted nature of this controversy is Minister Shatter's failure to deal decisively with this scandal in the first instance? And do you also agree that Minister Shatter has attempted to undermine the Dail's Public Accounts Committee and that he has made the situation for future whistleblowers more difficult by his failure to defend the integrity of the whistleblowers in this case?
Thank you. Taoiseach.
Madam. I'm not sure whether you, what your position is now, whether you support the Minister in what he's doing here or not. Central tenet of what the Minister has done, Deputy Adams, is to keep respect and integrity in the Garda Síochána and in the process here. The Public Accounts Committee, as you are well aware, over many years, always had an independence in the Houses of the Oireachtas to examine reports that were commented upon and presented by the C&AG. And in this case, where there was a reference to financial loss to the state, there's a connection there. But there are a whole range of other matters that the Minister for Justice had to take into account here. And yesterday he announced that he is referring the allegations of improper cancellations of fixed charge notices to the Garda Ombudsman Commission for investigation. The Minister sent a formal letter today to that effect. He's also writing to the Public Accounts Committee today, requesting that it would forward to the Garda Ombudsman Commission any documentation that it has that may be relevant to this investigation. The Minister is entitled under the Garda Síochána Act of 2005, I think it's section 102, that if he considers it desirable in the public interest, that he may request the Garda Ombudsman's Commission to investigate a particular matter where it appears to the Minister to indicate that a member of the Garda Síochána may have committed an offence or behaved in a manner that might justify disciplinary proceedings. So you're in a position where the discussions taking place at the Public Accounts Committee are a matter for the Public Accounts Committee. The Minister for Justice has acted responsibly here and decisively in referring this matter to the Garda Ombudsman Commission for completely independent and objective analysis in as broad a way as the independent Commission think fit. And I'm glad to note that the Garda Commissioner himself is happy about this and will cooperate fully with the Garda Independence Commission. I might say to you, of course, I find it somewhat peculiar that Deputy Adams should raise the question of whistleblowers in the first place. You used to have a very different way of dealing with them yourself.
Deputy Adams.
Well, Taoiseach, once again you avoided my question, because I asked, isn't the sole reason for the protracted nature of this controversy the fact that the Minister did not deal with the scandal decisively in the first instance? Now, you can't have it both ways. You praise the work of the PAC, and then you go on to say that this has to be a truly independent. The implication being that the Public Accounts Committee isn't truly independent. But only last week you referred to it as the watchdog for the public. It also has, as well as the monetary issues involved, a responsibility to look at good governance. So let's not join the Minister in undermining the rights of Dáil deputies to raise all of these matters in the appropriate committees. So I think you should take the opportunity now, rather than make snide remarks and totally inaccurate remarks about me, you should take the opportunity to put on the public record that the Public Accounts Committee is performing an important public service. Maybe go further, that the Garda whistleblowers are also performing an important public service.
Thank you, Deputy.
And do you not agree that the Minister, if he's doing the right thing now, would have been doing an even better thing when this controversy first broke over 2 years ago? And then finally, Taoiseach, will you give an assurance that the Ombudsman will have the power to question the Garda Commissioner and to have full and unfettered access to Garda electronic pulse system? Tá sogad Gerry go well cooked and cached and rud a sponasy a gore dull con keen dana. Tá sogad shin shilam. Agus tá sé tabhachtach doing mar teach de dala a bay in an dini a cash to. Shin and fá go well made in shaw Taoiseach. Shin agus tá ceart again cashed a car or dini. So it's a slur go well shin agus tá mai sasta and yeah the fragra go well shin and go harmslur go well shin we baggage and Gerry will chuck the dollar cash the car we and cost the tax we bragger and next lesson Ira or fragra.
Taoiseach.
Well, tuaim me fragra as if the cash the car tuaim. Is fear go an commission fear neafs block if lumse rud a behe of leis lagan se si a cannecha hain agus déanta siad an inniucha hain. In me géiste le duine freistal an commission ar badgin agus dú sesin gúil siad beagnach ré agus commission wad níos lehan an mar bhí agus gúil sé neafs block ar fad. Tá litir chura ónara chuig an comisiún agus is dochta méid siad ag tosú a chuideabre go lua. Tá litir chura ag an ála freisin chuig an comisiún an seo, chuig an chuiste an oireachtas an seo, faoi chúntas poiblí, íorú má a rud a be acu go gurthaí siad chuig an comisiún é. Clearly, that's an ceiste cortúir. That's an ceiste cortúir. Tá méid tuairt freigairt faoin comisiún. But the Kerstal and Féin chuiste oireachtas.
Sorry, Deputy.
But the Kerstal and Féin chuiste oireachtas. Of course, the Public Accounts Commission has to do with value for money, as distinct from governance. Value for money. That's its remit, and that's what it's been doing over the years. But the Minister for Justice cannot just refer a complaint by a Garda against a colleague to the Ombudsman Commission. It is because of the changing nature and the changing allegations that have been made here that require him in the public interest to see that integrity and confidence and trust is retained in the system, Deputy Adams. And that's why he has referred it to the Ombudsman Commission, and I support that. I think it's exactly the right thing to do. What the Public Accounts Committee do in respect of their own discussions is a matter for the Public Accounts Committee. I can't interfere with them either.
Thank you.
But I do want to say that I don't think it's good practice. I don't think it's good practice that, for instance, information that is given in private session at a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee should be bandied about in the national media.
Thank you.
Or that comments might be made that could be in any way construed to straying outside the remit of the Public Accounts Committee. They are doing their job, but it's always important that they stay within their remit, and that remit is value for money. And I know that they will pursue that in the best way that they think fit.
Thank you. Deputy Donnelly.
Thank you, Ken Corley.